Let me ask you something. Why would a woman walk away from a man who makes $100 million a year, drives a Lamborghini down Sunset Boulevard, owns a penthouse in Manhattan, and can give her everything she's ever dreamed of? And still, she doesn't care. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the shocking truth of money. Power and status mean absolutely nothing if you don't understand the one thing women are truly loyal to. I know this because I've dated over 100 women across London, New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. And trust me, after all those late-night conversations, silent breakups, unanswered texts, and sleepless nights wondering what went wrong, I finally uncovered the deepest, darkest secret about loyalty. This isn't something you'll read in a dating blog or hear from your friends. It's something women will never admit out loud, but every single one of them feels deep inside. And once you understand this one brutal truth, your entire perspective on love, dating, and relationships will change forever. Because at the end of the day, it's not your money, not your looks, and definitely not your status. It's something far more powerful. Something that decides whether she stays or walks away, even from a billionaire. Chapter 1: The First Heartbreak. Have you ever had that one person? The one who made you believe in forever? The one you thought would never leave, no matter what? I had mine too. Her name was Alina. She was from London, and I was 19, living in New York at the time. It started like every movie-perfect romance. Endless late-night calls, texts that made me smile like an idiot, and plans of a future we thought we were building together. And you know that feeling, right? That crazy rush when you wake up to a good morning text from the person you can't stop thinking about? Yeah, that was us. Back then, I truly believed she was the one. Think back for a moment. Do you remember your first love? That feeling when everything seemed brighter, when music hit differently, food tasted better, and the world just felt perfect? Hold on to that memory for a second, because it makes what comes next hurt even more. It was a Saturday morning when everything changed. I woke up to a simple text. I think we should take a break. That's all. No explanation. No phone call. No closure. Just one cold sentence that shattered my world. I stared at that message for what felt like hours. My chest was tight. My hands were shaking. My mind refused to believe it was real. A break? I whispered to myself. Do you know that feeling? When your heart's pounding so hard but somehow you can't even breathe? When your whole body goes numb and the only thing you want is for time to rewind? Just a little. So you can fix everything? I spent nights lying awake at 3 a.m., scrolling through our old pictures, reading our old chats, searching for signs I missed. Tell me, have you ever done that? I can tell you. That belief is the very thing destroying modern relationships. Chapter 3: The Biggest Mistake Men Make. You know what's funny? After dating so many women, from Los Angeles to Manchester, New York to Toronto, I kept making the same mistake over and over again. And I'm willing to bet you've made it too. Be honest with me. Have you ever thought, if I just love her more, she'll never leave me? That was me. I thought the solution was simple. Buy her flowers, send good morning texts, plan romantic dates, pour every bit of my heart into proving my love. But here's the brutal truth. Love alone is never enough. Let it sink in. I know that sounds harsh, but I learned this the hard way. Take Sophia, a girl I dated in London. She was beautiful, ambitious, and full of life. I adored her. Every weekend I'd plan surprises and rooftop dinners, weekend getaways, handwritten letters. I gave her everything I thought a boyfriend should. And yet one day she sat across from me at a cafe in Covent Garden, looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I just don't feel the same anymore." Do you know how much that hurts? When you've done everything right, and somehow you're still not enough? Have you ever been there? The late-night arguments where you're begging them to stay? The 3 a.m. overthinking, asking yourself why they don't see your worth? That's when I realized the biggest mistake men make. We assume effort equals attraction, but women aren't attracted to what you give them. They're attracted to how you make them feel while you give it. Bring in female psychology for depth. Here's something psychologists in the UK often talk about. Attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. You can give her your time, your love, your loyalty, but if she doesn't feel desired, safe, seen, or excited around you, her brain starts detaching. Women naturally connect through feelings, not facts. And when those feelings fade, everything else follows. Think about it. That girl you once made laugh till her stomach hurt. Does she still laugh like that? That girl who used to call you just to hear your voice. When was the last time she did? If the answer hurts, it's not because she stopped loving you. It's because she stopped feeling loved. Drop a key takeaway. Listen carefully. The biggest mistake men make isn't loving too little. It's loving in the wrong way. Stop trying to prove your worth. Start making her feel your worth. Chapter 4. The one thing they're loyal to. Let me tell you a secret most men never figure out. I've dated girls from Los Angeles, Chicago, London, Melbourne, and Toronto. And do you know what I learned? Women are loyal to one thing only, and it's not your money, it's not your looks, it's not your promises. Women are loyal to how you make them feel. Read that again carefully. Not to you, not to your status, not even to the love you give. They're loyal to the emotions you create inside them. I once dated Emily, a corporate lawyer from Chicago. On paper, I was everything she said she wanted: stable, caring, supportive. But eventually she drifted away. Why? Because I stopped making her feel desired. Then there was Hannah from Sydney. She didn't care about my car, my job, or where I took her on dates. What kept her close was simple: she felt seen. She felt I understood her on a deeper level. And when I stopped being emotionally present, she was gone. Think about the girl you love right now. Does she feel safe with you? Does she feel special around you? Does she feel like she's still the most desirable woman in your world? If the answer is no, it's only a matter of time before she emotionally disconnects. Add psychological depth. Women, especially in Western cultures like the US and UK, are naturally more emotionally driven than men. It's not manipulation. It's biology. The female brain is wired with higher oxytocin responses, meaning they bond through feelings, not logic. You can give her diamonds, but if she feels lonely with you, she'll look elsewhere for connection. You can give her loyalty, but if she feels invisible, she'll seek attention somewhere else. That's why affairs don't always start with attraction. They start with attention. So here's the reality no one wants to admit. If you don't make her feel loved, someone else eventually will. And that's not because she's disloyal. It's because she's loyal to her own emotions. Understand this and you'll stop chasing women. And start keeping them. Because the goal isn't to love her the most. The goal is to make her feel loved the most. Chapter 5. The pain of letting go. Heartbreak changes you. It doesn't matter if you're from New York or London, Toronto or Sydney, the pain feels the same everywhere. I remember the day it hit me the hardest. I was sitting alone in my car parked outside my apartment in Los Angeles, just staring at the steering wheel. It had been 3 weeks since my breakup with Emily and I thought I was fine. But then out of nowhere, the weight of it all crushed me. Do you know that feeling? When the world around you is moving at full speed, cars passing, people laughing, life going on, and yet for you, it feels like time has stopped. That was me, sitting there frozen, wishing I could turn back time. I had given Emily everything, my time, my loyalty, my love. But here's the brutal truth. Sometimes, no matter how much you love someone, it's still not enough to make them stay. And that hurts, more than anything. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever scrolled through old pictures at 2 a.m., wondering if they ever think about you? Or sat there asking yourself, did I not matter? Was I not enough? If you've been there, trust me, I know exactly how you feel. But here's what I learned after dating. 100 women and experiencing multiple heartbreaks. Sometimes they leave not because you weren't enough, but because you were too much for the wrong person. And that's something we rarely understand in the moment. We blame ourselves. We replay every fight, every misunderstanding, every tiny detail, trying to figure out what we could have done differently. But here's the truth you need to hear today. Loving someone deeply doesn't guarantee they'll love you back the same way, and that's not your fault. I know some of you watching this right now are carrying the weight of a broken heart. Maybe it was last month, maybe last year, maybe 5 years ago, and you're still haunted by the what-ifs. But listen to me carefully. Healing doesn't come from forgetting them. Healing comes from forgiving yourself. Introduce an interesting psychological insight. Research from the University of Cambridge shows that heartbreak activates the same part of the brain as physical pain. That's why it feels unbearable. But just like a physical wound, your heart does heal if you give it the right care. And that care starts with understanding this simple truth. If someone walked away, they were never meant to stay. Because the right person, the one who feels at home in your soul, will never make you beg to be chosen. Now build emotional connection. Think about it. Somewhere out there, someone's waiting to love you in a way you've never been loved before, but you'll never find them if you're still holding on to someone who already let you go. I know letting go feels impossible right now, but trust me, the day will come when you'll look back and thank yourself for surviving this. And when you do, you'll understand why it had to happen. Chapter 6. Why we fall for the wrong people. Here's the question I kept asking myself for years. Why do we fall for people who hurt us the most? And after dating women from London, New York, Los Angeles, and Melbourne, I finally understood something that changed my life forever. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you stayed in a relationship, even when you knew deep down it wasn't right? How many times have you ignored the red flags because the butterflies felt too good to let go of? You see, we don't fall for people, we fall for the feelings they create inside us. Go deeper into psychology. This is called emotional imprinting. Our brains are wired to chase the emotional highs, the rush of excitement, the dopamine spike when you get a text from them, the warmth you feel when they look at you, like you're the only person in the world. But here's the trap. Sometimes those feelings blind us to the truth about who they really are. I once dated Sophie, a girl from Manchester. In the beginning, it was electric. She made me feel alive, confident, untouchable. But deep down, I knew we weren't compatible. She wanted freedom, I wanted stability. And yet, I stayed. Why? Because I wasn't in love with her. I was in love with the way she made me feel. I know some of you watching this are in the same situation right now. You keep justifying their behavior, saying, "It's not that bad. They'll change. They love me deep down." But ask yourself this, are you holding on to them? Or are you holding on to the memories of who they used to be? The truth is, many of us confuse chemistry with compatibility. Chemistry gives you the spark. Compatibility builds the fire. And sparks without fire, they fade fast. So here's what I want you to do today. Stop chasing the people who give you chaos. Start valuing the ones who give you consistency. Stop falling for the ones who excite your nerves. Start falling for the ones who calm your soul. The next time you meet someone, don't just ask yourself, "Do they make my heart race?" Ask instead, "Do they make my life better? Do they bring me peace? Do they make me feel loved, not just today, but every day?" Because the right person won't confuse you. The right person won't make you question your worth. The right person won't make you beg for the love you deserve. And once you understand why you fall for the wrong people, the next step is learning how to heal from the ones who broke you. That's where everything changes. Chapter 7. Healing from a Broken Heart. If you're watching this right now with a broken heart, listen carefully. I know the pain. I've lived it. Whether you're in New York, London, Toronto, or Sydney, heartbreak feels the same everywhere. Like someone ripped a piece of your soul out and left you bleeding silently. I remember sitting on my bed in my Los Angeles apartment after my breakup with Hannah. It had been 2 months, but her laughter still echoed in my mind. I'd deleted her number, removed her photos, even blocked her on social media. And yet every night, I found myself scrolling through our old memories in my head. Tell me honestly.
Have you ever done that?
Replayed the late night calls, reread the texts where they said I'll never leave you, and wondered how those promises vanished overnight? Now empathize with the viewers. If you've been there, I want you to know something important. You are not broken. You are not unlovable. You are not replaceable. You just gave the right love to the wrong person. Bring in psychology to help them understand. According to research from Harvard University, heartbreak activates the same parts of the brain as physical pain. That's why it feels unbearable. But here's the good news, just like a wound, your heart does heal if you allow it. Healing starts the moment you stop asking, "Why did they leave?" and start asking, "What did this teach me?" After Hannah, I stopped chasing closure from her. Instead, I started giving closure to myself. I went on long walks through Central Park in New York when I traveled there. I picked up hobbies I'd abandoned. I reconnected with old friends. And slowly, I started finding myself again. Because here's the truth. Healing isn't about forgetting them. Healing is about finding yourself without them. Close your eyes for a second. Remember their smile, their voice, the little things they did that melted your heart. Now forgive yourself, but not for loving them, but for believing it would last forever. 'Cause it's okay that it ended. It needed to. Someday soon you'll wake up and realize your heart beats without aching. You'll laugh again louder than before, and when you do, you'll understand this one thing. The person who broke you was never your destination. They were just your lesson. Chapter 8, the final lesson. After dating 100 women, after heartbreak, lessons, and endless late-night thoughts, I finally understood the truth. Women aren't loyal to you. They're loyal to how you make them feel. And guess what? The same goes for us too. Think about it for a second. We don't fall for someone because of their looks, their money, or their job title. We fall for the way they make us feel alive. That's why you can meet the most perfect person on paper. Smart, beautiful, successful, and still not fall for them. Because love isn't logical. Love is emotional. Here's the part most men never figure out. If you want to keep a woman's heart, stop trying to own her love. Start creating moments that make her feel special. Because loyalty isn't about control. Loyalty is about connection. Add interesting insights about women. Women in places like the US, UK, and Canada are more emotionally expressive than ever before. They value experiences over possessions. Studies show that 78% of women in Western cultures prioritize emotional connection over financial stability when choosing a partner. What does this mean for you? It means that the way you make her feel will always matter more than what you give her. Stop begging to be loved. Stop proving your worth to people who can't see it. Instead, become someone worth loving. Build your confidence. Chase your passions. Work on your emotional strength. Live a life so full that you attract people who want to stay, not people you have to convince to. Now bring closure to the entire journey. After dating 100 women, here's my final truth. You don't need to chase anyone. You don't need to change yourself for anyone. The right person will never make you beg for their loyalty, because they'll be loyal to how you make them feel. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.